Students, I Kamlesh Kumar welcome to all of you at my YouTube channel Social Science Academy. In the previous video, we started the chapter Socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution. And in that video, we discussed some difficult words, new terms and the introduction of the chapter. Now, we are going to start the first topic of this chapter, that is liberals, radicals and conservatives. So, one of the group which looked in the previous video, we already have discussed that after the French Revolution, all around the world, how the people were trying to bring changes, and to bring those changes, the people were divided into three groups, that is liberals, radicals and conservatives. So let us discuss about those groups. One of the group which looked to change society were the liberals. Liberals wanted a nation which tolerated all religions. We should remember that at this time European states usually discriminated in favor of one religion or another. Britain favored the Church of England, Austria and Spain favored the Catholic Church. Means there were discrimination on the basis of religion, and liberals also opposed the uncontrolled power of dynastic rulers. They wanted to safeguard the rights of individuals against governments, so they argued for a representative elected parliamentary governments subject to laws interpreted by well-trained judiciary that was independent of rulers and officials. However, they were not democrats. They did not believe in universal adult franchise, that is, the right of every citizen to vote. They felt men of property mainly should have the voting rights, and they also did not want the vote for women. So liberals wanted to bring changes, but and they were not the followers of democracy. But whatever the result they saw after the French Revolution, so they wanted to bring such type of changes in gradual phases. Like today in democracy, we see that every people have right to vote, even there is no discrimination on the basis of gender, religion, caste, sex, birth, etc. But at that time liberals wanted to bring changes, but in phased manner, not suddenly, and they supported elected parliamentary form of government. So this was one group, that is called liberals. Now, in contrast, radicals wanted a nation which government was based on majority of country's population. Many supported women's suffragette movement. Suffragette movement was a movement to give women right to vote. So many people were supporter of these women to be given the right to vote. Unlike liberals, they opposed privileges of great land owners and wealthy factory owners. They were not against the existence of private property, but disliked concentration of property in the hands of a few. Means in comparison to these liberals, these radicals were also the follower of changes, but they opposed privileges of great landlords and wealthy factory owners. They did not want to give them power. They were not against the existence of private property. They were not in the support of private property, but dislike concentration of property in the hands of some people only. Conservatives were opposed to radicals and liberals. So these conservatives were against both these radicals and liberals. After the French Revolution, however, even conservatives had opened their minds to the need for change. Earlier in the 18th century, conservatives had been generally opposed to the idea of change, but the 19th century they accepted that some change was inevitable, but believed that the past had to be respected and change had to be brought about through a slow process. Means conservatives were reluctant to bring changes, but if changes are inevitable, means in that cases the changes should be in very slow process, not in a fast process in the views of these conservative people. Such differing ideas about societal change clashed during the social and political turmoil that followed the French Revolution. The various attempts at revolution and the national transformation in the 19th century helped define both the limits and potential of these political tendencies. Means which political tendencies? The tendencies of changes, to bring changes from this class divided society to a classless society, from this powers concentrated in few hands to the power to be given to the almost all the people, to bring equality, to bring fraternity in society, to give right to the people. So these changes, these political tendencies, political these tendencies of political changes were there prevailing in the society. Now we will stop here, and in the next video we will discuss about the industrial society and social change. One request is there: if you are liking the videos, please press on the like button and subscribe the channel, so that whenever I will upload the video you will get its notification very soon. Thanks, keep watching, have a nice day. Thank you.